It's my honor to introduce our next speaker, Executive Vice Chancellor and Provost Darnell Hunt from UCLA. Please.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Right, I want to thank Supervisor Horvath for her leadership in launching the Blue Ribbon Commission in partnership with UCLA. I also want to acknowledge Meg Mullen, Director of UCLA Luskin Center for Innovation, who is leading the UCLA research team for the Blue Ribbon Commission, and Matt Peterson, Chair of the Blue Ribbon Commission and the CEO of LA Clean Tech Incubator. I also want to extend our gratitude to all members of the Blue Ribbon Commission. This includes the UCLA team and our other academic partners across the city. By coming together and working together, you are helping us build back more safely and more sustainably. You gave your time as volunteers, and it was your expertise that brought us to this moment. As UCLA's Executive Vice Chancellor and Provost, I want to acknowledge the profound responsibility we carried as the Commission's academic partner. From the beginning, our charge was clear: to deliver rigorous, timely, and actionable research and to ensure that the voices of those most impacted by the January wildfires were heard and elevated. This report reflects the best of what a public research university can do in partnership with civic leaders and communities. Over the past several months, more than 40 UCLA scholars, staff, and students contributed to this effort, mobilizing expertise across disciplines from climate science and law to urban planning and public health. But just as importantly, we listened. Our team joined community meetings, held interviews with fire survivors, and helped create spaces where residents could speak directly to commissioners. The report captures the complexity of what it means to build back after a disaster, not just rebuilding structures, but restoring trust, protecting cultural identity, and confronting the deep vulnerabilities that made this crisis so devastating in the first place. From land speculation and insurance gaps to soil contamination and the design of new public institutions, the findings underscore that recovery must be equitable, resilient, and rooted in community priorities. We know the science is clear. Climate change will continue to drive fires into our communities. This report and the Commission's policy recommendations are just a starting point, a roadmap, and UCLA remains committed to walking that path alongside our partners to help ensure this recovery sets a national standard for what it means to rebuild with justice, sustainability, and foresight. As Supervisor Horvath mentioned earlier, our Chancellor Julio Frank often says UCLA is not just a university in Los Angeles, it is a university of Los Angeles. That idea is more than symbolic. It is foundational to who we are and where we are going. In his inaugural address, Chancellor Frank called on us to be a connective university, one that bridges divides, links scholarship with service, and places public impact at the heart of our mission. This is part of a collective vision for our university that was inspired by conversations with Bruins from across campus and around the world. And this collective vision builds on the very goal of UCLA's strategic plan: to deepen our engagement with Los Angeles. That means creating the conditions for UCLA to better serve, learn from, and connect with our city. It means developing research that addresses the urgent challenges Angelenos face while building academic programs that prepare students to give back to their communities. We saw this commitment earlier this year when UCLA immediately stepped up during the wildfires. Before this commission was launched, and when so many in our community were still reeling from heartbreaking loss, we donated space at the UCLA Research Park to establish a disaster recovery center in partnership with FEMA, the state of California, the city, and the county of Los Angeles. The center provided a one-stop site for individuals and small businesses, helping residents replace vital documents, apply for disaster relief loans, and access mental health services. Like this commission, it showed what it means for a public university to stand alongside its city. UCLA's relationship to Los Angeles is not transactional, it is transformational. And when we work in true partnership with the city, we can achieve something extraordinary: a more just, resilient, and equitable future for all who call LA home. Thank you for all being here. And thank you to the media here for helping to tell this important story. With that, I invite the chair of the Blue Ribbon Commission, Matt Peterson, back to the podium. Thank you.